Yes, as some of you already know, the Council has requested that formal security oaths be obtained in writing from everyone who has any knowledge of this event. Ah, were there any more questions?
Hello, and welcome to my channel. As you can see, today we're talking about 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick's epic 1968 film. And today we're asking the question, where are the aliens? Now, I know a lot of people think there are no aliens in this film, but I'm not so sure about that. In a space-themed film involving the theme of possible contact with an otherworldly intelligence, I think we have to look a bit closer and see what we find. Now, we're going to jump right to the space station part of the film, because I think this is where we will start to follow the clues to find if there is in fact an alien in this film. And here we see Dr. Heywood Floyd arriving in the space station. When Floyd arrives on the moon base, we see him in a room, giving what is apparently a briefing for a high security situation. He talks about the need for, quote, absolute secrecy, and he actually seems to be describing a possible alien contact, perhaps on the moon, and perhaps involving the monolith, though it isn't actually mentioned here. Floyd and several other men then fly to the area that the monolith is located on the moon, and there they go down to see it. It's eerie, as they have just been told that the monolith was deliberately buried. This seems like an obvious alien artifact, if that is true. After all, who else could have buried it there? It couldn't have been humans. So who put it there?
I don't suppose you have any idea what the damn thing is, huh?
Wish the hell we did. No, the only thing we're sure of is it was buried 4 million years ago.
After this, we move on to the Jupiter mission, which is supposedly going to investigate the planet Jupiter as the first manned flight there. Now, of course, we have to mention HAL, the supercomputer on board the ship Discovery 1. He's basically an AI supercomputer, and in a way, he's almost like an alien, but I'm not really going to consider HAL an alien here because he was designed and built on Earth. Now, should we even look at the question of whether astronauts Frank and Dave are possible aliens? It's not the strangest question when you see what happens at the end of the film. And there's Dave's ever-present blank look. Could he be an android? It is a long flight, with the possibility of never returning. Could he even be an alien? I don't think this is the craziest question, actually, but are there any further clues? Now, one strange scene involves Hal discussing, quote unquote, strange stories about something being dug up on the moon, as if Hal is actually wondering what Dave is thinking. But Dave just deflects and won't discuss the rumors. Dave definitely acts like an android here. It's odd.
Perhaps I'm just projecting my own concern about it. I know I've never completely freed myself of the suspicion that there are some extremely odd things about this mission.
When Dave puts the spacesuit on, it definitely looks strange, but all of the astronauts wear these. Again, I have to notice the blank expressions of Dave and Frank here. I know they aren't presented as androids or machines, but the lack of expression does kind of mirror the HAL 9000 in a way. They are extremely blank for two astronauts on an exciting first trip to Jupiter. After Dave shuts down the HAL 9000 computer, he finally hears the secret video from Dr. Heywood Floyd and finds out about the monolith, which Floyd describes as being buried 40 feet below the lunar surface near the crater Tycho. And he says, quote, "The first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered." Pretty much sounds like an admission that alien contact of some kind has been made.
18 months ago, the first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered.
After this is the Stargate sequence, which ends Dave up in that strange room. And why is the floor lit up? I've already said before that I think it's a possibility that there's an alien language portrayed in this scene, and I have a whole video about that. But can we see any aliens here? Well, one odd detail is the bed. Look here. There's nothing on the bed, just a green covering. But look in back of Dave here, seconds later. There's something black on the bed. What is it? And who put it there? Seems like that is proof that there is some alien force there with Dave. And then he literally looks at himself eating. So time and space are mixed up here? Perhaps. And then Dave ends up in front of the monolith and eventually as a baby in a halo of light, a transformation into a definite alien life form, at least alien to Earth, as this star child may possess amazing powers. Now, to start our sum up, if 2001 A Space Odyssey contains aliens, it's definitely in a different form than most might have expected. We get an advanced AI computer in HAL, and though they aren't technically aliens, I think there are subtle hints that one or both of the astronauts are possible androids because of the often blank expressions they have. I think it's possible there is something alien about them, but as usual, Kubrick is a bit mysterious about this. So, to sum up, where are the aliens in 2001 A Space Odyssey? Well, if the monolith was deliberately buried on the moon 4 million years ago and it's transmitting a signal, then this seems like the obvious alien contact in the film. It had to be built or designed by an alien intelligence not of Earth. But that's not really the same as seeing a living, breathing alien, right? So we have the astronauts, Frank and Dave. They're a bit strange. I should do a whole video just on them, actually, because the way they act is odd in my opinion. But as far as the film shows, they aren't technically aliens, though I think there is something else going on with them, or some reason why these guys were specifically chosen for this mission, a mission they might not return from. So the only place we will perhaps see an alien is in that unusual room that Dave ends up in after the Stargate sequence. There are hints of things just around the corner, but we don't see any alien, unless Dave looking at an older version of himself counts. But do we possibly hear aliens just beyond the wall? Because it sounds like something is in the next room, either chanting or speaking in what sounds like an alien language. Perhaps this is an alien we can hear, but not see. It's actually more mysterious that way. I might do another deep dive on the alien language. But of course, then we see Dave turn into the Star Child. And this seems like absolutely an alien life form, or a hybrid, or an evolution, but definitely alien, as this Star Child can actually float in space with no spaceship. So we do end the film with an alien life form. Well, that's my new video about the presence of aliens in 2001 A Space Odyssey. I hope you liked it. I'm definitely working on something new for next week, and I hope to have that one up soon. Also, it would help my channel if you did subscribe. But either way, my name is Shim. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a great day.